Hello, and welcome to Get In, We're Going Healing, a place where we talk about mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being to help you become your best, greatest, most authentic version of you. My name is Tova, and I will be your guide today. So today we're just going to do a tarot pick-a-card reading for what it is you need to let go of right now. I don't know about you, but in my life, I've been having a lot of different purging. I have been releasing old habits, old addictions, things that are not serving my best and highest good, and I have been releasing those things. And it has not been easy. It has been very challenging. It has pushed my limits. It has set off all of my triggers, and it has been hard. Very, very hard. But I know from previous experience that for everything that we let go, we have a space now for something good to come into our lives. So I wanted to do this reading today to help those of you who are on this journey and who are trying to make space for the new blessings and the new things in your life, but need to let something go to make room for that. So today we're going to talk about what it is you need to let go of so that you can have space to move forward for your blessings. So to do that, we're going to choose three piles. So how are we going to choose those today? Ooh, all right. This is a new deck that I got that I've only just begun working with, called the Heal Yourself reading cards. So we're going to use those to come up with our three piles. Give them a shuffle. And while we do that, we call in our guides, angels, guides, ancestors, source, all those that are the spiritual team for those who are tuning in. Please help us get clear, guided, and helpful messages to help us know where it is we need to go and what we need to let go of. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. We're going to pick 3, 1. Oh, looks like that's it. 2, 3. All right. So, for pile number 1, we have courage. For pile number 2, we have sexual arts. And for pile number 3, we have selling out. If you prefer to choose with crystals, give me a moment and I'll put those in. So for pile number 1, we have the rose quartz. For pile number 2, we have this balance stone. I'm not sure what kind of stone it is, but I consider it the balance Yin-Yang stone. And for pile number 3, we have pyrite. 1, 2, or 3. So whenever you decide which pile is calling to you the most, you can find that in the timestamp listed in the description and jump to that reading. I'll see you there. All right, if you chose pile number 1, the card of courage, this is your reading. All right, so let's have a look at this card. So in this card, sorry, I got a bit of a glare happening from the lights. See if I can be a little more clear on this without the glare. There we go. So we have this card, courage, number 30. If you are following numerology, that might be an important message for you. We see this person here holding a lantern. And he's a redhead. Now, I don't know if that's significant to you. Actually, they both are. I don't know if that's significant to you, but it is to me within my life. So we see this person here, and it looks like it's fall. They're holding a lantern to light the way. There's a person here who looks like they're scared. Oh no, you know what? This looks like somebody who's coming after them possibly. But they are not afraid. Now with the card courage, what I want to bring up with that is that it's a quote that I love the most. I actually have it hanging on my wall. Courage is not the absence of fear or despair, but the strength to conquer them. And it's also something I say to my son all the time when we're talking about different things, that being courageous isn't not being afraid. When you're courageous, you are afraid, but you do it anyway. That's the big part, despite the fear, despite the fact that it's scary and hard, you do it anyway. That's courage. Sometimes we have this mindset that people who are courageous are not scared, but that's not true. They're absolutely scared. Every change that I've made in my life, I have been scared to do it. I have felt anxiety. I've felt all kinds of things. Everything that I've let go has been hard, and it hurt emotionally or physically or mentally. It caused some type of pain, and I wanted to give up. But courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing it despite the fear. So when we're talking about what is it you need to let go of, whatever it is you need to let go of, you need to be courageous enough to let it go, even though it's scary. And we came with the rose quartz, right? And the rose quartz is about love. So maybe your reading is about loving yourself enough to be brave enough to let go of what it is you know isn't right for you. So let's go more into that. What is it that's not right for you? So let's start with the energy oracle. That seems to be where my eyes are falling. So we'll start with the energy oracle. Angels, guides, ancestors of those who are following pile number 1. What is it they need to let go of? What do they need to let go of? What do they need to be courageous enough to let go of? All right, let's see. Releasing the storms, releasing the stormy weather. So we've got storm warning, card number 10, and we see this tornado blowing through. And it says storm warning. Now this to me, it came up in reverse. So this to me says, you need to be courageous enough to let the storms happen. You need to let, oh, there's the message right there. Just, ooh, I got a shiver. Okay, so there's the message. What my guides or your guides, what the guides want me to tell you is that this card, you need to be courageous enough to let the storms blow through, to allow the difficult times to happen so that you can pick up afterwards. If we want to get rid of something, right? If we want to let something go, if we want to get past it, we can't keep doing it. Right? We have to allow it to come and to go. We have to allow the difficult times to come and then to go. So storm warning in the reverse position tells me you need to be courageous enough to allow the difficult times that come with letting go happen. Whether that's letting go of an addiction, whether it's letting go of a person, whether it's letting go of a job, whether it's letting go of mindset, whether it's letting go of old habits, all of those things, they're going to be hard, okay? They're going to be hard. I'm going to share a little bit from my personal journey. I am currently giving up cannabis, marijuana. I have been using it for medical reasons for quite some time to handle anxiety and depression and panic attacks. And it was before I had coping skills. And if you've been following my podcast and my channel, I talk a lot about personal healing. I talk a lot about getting through these difficult things. And for a long time, that's what I was using. That's what I was helping to get me through, as opposed to other SSRIs. I had tried SSRIs through my doctor, and I didn't respond very well to SSRIs. So I ended up getting a medical prescription for cannabis and was using cannabis as a way to manage my anxiety and my depression. And I am 5 days sober today, 5 days sober. And this is a big deal for me. Like before, I've had not access to it, and I took breaks from it. But this time I'm actually making a concerted effort to let it go entirely, to see what my life is like without it, to see what kind of coping skills I have now that I've developed over time that doesn't involve numbing myself from feeling the full feelings, but truly allowing myself to experience the full expression of it. And with that means that the situations that I was using it for have returned. So I had found a video on YouTube that explained what happens in the first few days of giving it up. And I experienced all of those. My anxiety came back with full force. Panic attacks, like standing in my shower, crying my eyes out while the water ran on me, all that good, awful stuff. But that's what this card is talking about. When you let something go, there's going to be a storm. It's going to cause a lot of upset and disruption. However, when the storm ends, just like when a good thunderstorm rolls through, a real heavy thunderstorm, and branches get broken off of trees and signs get broken and shingles get blown off and all that stuff, when the storm is over is when you can take stock of what the damage is and start to rebuild and repair. This gives me the vibe of Tower card, the Tower card in traditional tarot. And with that, I feel like you're being told, whatever it is that you're letting go of, you need to be courageous enough to battle the storm that comes with the letting go, because the sun will come out again. After the storm, the sun will come out again. Okay. What else do we need to know for pile number 1? What are they letting go of? What are they letting go of? What advice do they need for letting go? Okay. All right. We got man holding a heart in reverse, victory in reverse, financial constraints upright, and walking away upright. All right. So for you, I feel like this is saying you're letting go of waiting for someone to give you their heart. Might be a masculine, being that we have the man holding a heart rather than the woman holding a heart. It might be a man, a masculine, or someone with heavy masculine energy, that you're waiting for them to give you their heart because it came in reversed. They're holding back their love and their heart. And if you're on a twin flame journey, and we haven't seen a twin flame card yet, but if you're on a twin flame journey, it can be hard while you're waiting for each of you to do your healing. And you could be waiting for your partner, even if you're not on a twin flame journey, you could be waiting for your partner to validate you and give you love and connection and affection, and it's not happening. And you're wondering when it's going to happen. And this is saying, let go of wondering when it's going to happen, because it feels like a defeat. Let go of the defeat. Okay. Victory in reverse. Let go of the defeat. So it might be that this person was not giving you the love that you deserve. And you're going to have to take the L, at least for now. That doesn't mean that you'll always lose. Think about it as winning the battle versus the war, right? What you're looking for is the war. The overall thing is what you're looking to succeed in, right? So if you lose a battle, that's okay. It's not the end of the war. It's just that particular battle. Be okay with losing the battle. Be okay with losing right now their heart, because there will be better. You're being told the full sentence here is coming in with financial constraints. So that it might be that, at least I'm not going to go too far into my own personal information because I don't want to muddy what's going on for you and what you're going through. But this speaks to me right now, like so incredibly. As I mentioned in the first card, red hair. My divine masculine has red hair. My divine masculine is a very courageous man. But we have had a lot of storms. And I do feel that he's holding his heart back from me. And it does feel like a defeat. And it does have to do with feeling a sense of lack, financial constraints, whether it's necessarily financial or just lack. Card number 13. Just feeling like you don't have anything, like your cupboards are bare, right? There's spider webs, right? We got spider webs, we got coins in there. There's nothing being put in there. Things are tight. It's not a lot coming. It will require you to walk away from that. And I always see this as like the divine feminine choosing to walk away. And now I'm not saying end the relationship. This is more of a mental walking away, because the storm warning, right? What is it that you need to let go of? Waiting for him to give you his heart. Waiting for this masculine energy to give you their heart. Because here's the thing. Here's what I'm learning on this journey. If someone doesn't give you something of their own free will, you can't take it. If it's not given, it's not given. And if you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and each time you think, okay, this is it, and then it doesn't happen, it makes you feel defeated. It makes you feel lack. It makes you feel like you're not getting the things that you need. And what we're learning in this journey, if you've been following my show, you know that I talk about this all the time. You are the one who's healing. You are the one who's doing the healing work. So if you're feeling like this is not coming to fruition, let go of your focus on it. Walk away from your focus on it. Because here's what I'm learning as well. If the divine masculine wants the divine feminine, he will. Whoever, again, it's not about gender, it's about energy. So whoever carries the masculine energy, the more masculine focus, whoever carries the more masculine energies, the feminine, the one who's carrying the more feminine energies, needs to walk away. Mentally. It doesn't, maybe it is physically. Maybe it truly is physically. It's not in my case, but maybe it is in yours. That what you need to do is walk away physically. But where I'm at is walking away mentally and emotionally. Being open to what could come, because look, she's looking back, right? She's not walking away with her face facing away. She's looking back and saying, well, are you coming? I'm not waiting for you anymore. Are you coming? Are you going to follow? The gate behind her is closing shut, but it's still open. Hey, he's still able to follow her. So you're being asked to focus on you. Where are you going? Where is it that you need to go? Where is your focus? What is it that you're trying to achieve within your life? And focus on that. Because as long as you are focused on what you're not getting, you're not going to be able to get what you want because you're so focused on it. Think of it like a watched pot never boils, right? If you're constantly looking at it, it doesn't give it the space to grow because you're always scrutinizing it. So what is it you need to let go of? Scrutinizing this relationship. Okay? Walk away. Move forward with what it is you need to do in your life so that you can move forward on that. If you're looking back and waiting for him to join you, he's going to show up in his own time when he's ready. And you have to let go of when that's going to be. Be courageous enough. Again, not the absence of fear, but doing it even though you are afraid. Even though you are afraid that he's not going to follow you. Even though you are afraid that he's not going to reciprocate. Even though you're afraid that it's not going to work out. Source always says, let go and let me do the work. Let me figure it out. You don't have to be the one to figure it all out. You don't. You just need to put one foot in front of the other. And that means you need to walk away from trying to sort it out on your own. It's not your role. Your role is to do what you need to do. You have no control about others, only yourself. You have no control when he's going to give his heart. None. You only have control of you. So walking away from what is no longer in alignment with you. Okay? Walking away from him holding his heart back, you feeling defeated, you feeling like you're in a space of lack and you're not getting anything, leaving that be. Walking away from that so that you can move forward where you need to be. Right? All right, so this card came off before and I feel like it's really calling me, so I'm going to bring it up. Discontent. Yes, that's the same type of message. Okay, so this card talks about when you are focused on what you don't have, it creates discontent. When your life is unhappy and all you're focusing on is the things that are unhappy about your life, it will make you unhappy. So what's the answer? To find something that does create joy for you. to create joy for someone else, and it will create joy for you. This is what I teach to my child and to other children when I do lessons with kids on different meditations and things. There's a great book series, we've talked about it before, How to Fill Your Bucket. How full is your bucket for kids? And in it talks about to fill your bucket, that everybody, just to give a brief rundown, everybody has an invisible bucket above their head that holds their good thoughts and good feelings about themselves in it. When people have not a lot of good thoughts and good feelings about themselves, their bucket's kind of empty. And so we call these people bucket dippers because they're not feeling very good about themselves. So they tend to spread that around. They tend to share the pain with others. So that might be people who are insulting. That might be people who are rude. That might be people who are saying things that are hurtful, saying things that they know is going to hurt you because they're hurting. That old adage, hurt people hurt people. But by the same notion, healed people heal people. Inspired people inspire people. So this is saying if you are discontent with where you are, then it's time to do something for someone else. It's time to give something to someone else. Maybe that means volunteer your time somewhere. Maybe that means offer something that you're looking to get rid of to someone else that they might need. It could be anything. It could be advice to someone. It could be a helping hand. It could be helping someone across the street who's having a hard time. It might be carrying groceries for someone. It might be, it could be anything. In one of the books, ABCs of bucket filling, another book for children, it talks about, it goes through the alphabet, and it could be something like write a letter to a friend to make them feel better. Send a card to somebody. Ask a neighbor if they need any help, if you could help them with something. Maybe raking leaves. It's seeing people who are having a difficult time and offering your help. And that in of itself will make you feel better. It will take your mind off of this and help you find more contentment in your life. Okay? So what is it you need to let go of? Focusing way too much on this love situation. And that's causing you to feel so incredibly upset and discontent. Instead, focus on what you can do to help someone else, to help you get back into a better spot. Let's see if we have any further messages from our guides. You know what? Let's stick with this deck. The Inner Guides Oracle. Any more messages for pile number 1? Thank you. Life Force, Aphrodite. Yes. Remembering that you are the creator of your own life force. You create love for yourself. And here what we see is this person here basking in love with this greater love around it. And this image makes me think very much of, there's a wonderful meditation that I love, that I do pretty regularly from Dr. Joe Dispenza, on self-love. It's designed for women. And one of the things that he says is see yourself as the higher version, the greater version of yourself, and giving love to yourself the way that you give love to someone else. So like here's your 3D version of you. And then here's your mental state of you saying, you know what? I love you. I encompass you in love. I give that to you. And not simply just giving it to other people, but giving it to yourself. So I feel like that also talks about self-care. As you're letting go of this, it'll be easier for you to let it go when you are taking better care of yourself. When you are showing all that love that you want to give to the masculine who is not giving his heart, give it to yourself. He's not giving you his heart. So give yourself your heart, not him. It's not to say he's not deserving of love, but he's not ready for it. There's another song that I feel is applicable to this. I Will Wait is the name of the song. I can't remember the name of the artist, but it's called I Will Wait. And it's been rolling through my own head the last few days. And one of the lines in the song says, I will wait. You're not, something about, I have all this love for you, but you're not ready for it, so I'll wait. And it's not saying that he's not deserving of it, but he's not ready. So many of the masculines in our world don't know what unconditional love is because they weren't given it. So they don't know how to give it. They weren't given those vulnerable, tender emotions. They don't know how to give those back because it wasn't given to them. And they have not been encouraged traditionally to be more vulnerable and emotional. So they don't know how to give that. So instead of waiting for him to give that to you, you give that to you because you are deserving of love. Even if he doesn't know how to give it, you are deserving of love. So give it to yourself and see where it takes you. Okay. Any more messages? Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So we got bravado, warrior guys. So this card talks about letting ego go too far, right? Look at this person here with the sword, ready to come in and fight. Because they're like, I'm fighting for what I want, right? But it's bravado, right? It's bravado. It's feeling like you have to fight to get what you want. And it's not really what you want, especially as it falls under victory reversed with feeling defeated. Trying to bring that bravado, trying to be like the assertive, more masculine energy. If you're not the masculine energy, trying to be the assertive masculine energy is not the right energy for you. It's not who you are, right? So as long as you're trying to be that, as long as you're trying to fight for what you think you should get, you're going to lose. Because it's not about fighting. It's surrender. We surrender. We surrender to source. We surrender to the highest good of all. We surrender to what source believes is the right timing for things. You're being asked to take a risk, right? A leap of faith. Jump, and the universe will catch you. Jump. And you will be caught. It will all work out the way it's meant to, because that's what source says. Everything is always working towards your highest and greatest good. Life is happening for you, not to you, right? So this situation with this masculine that's causing you so much pain, you have to take a risk. You have to take a risk, because if you're not going to take the risk, you're just going to stay doing the exact same things that you've always done. You have to be brave enough. Our courage card, you have to be courageous enough to take a risk. And that risk means giving to yourself rather than giving to someone else. Because when you are in survival mode, you're like this little person here in the boat, all alone, feeling like you have nothing. You feel like you don't have, it's lack again. You're all by yourself. It's really lonely. And it puts you in a state of just trying to survive. And you deserve better than just trying to survive. You deserve joy. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. And it comes from you first. Before anyone else, it comes from you. So if you're trying to get love externally, you're going to find nothing but defeat and poverty. You're going to find nothing but storms. With our rose quartz for love, this reading is all about learning to love you and being your best joy, your best love. Giving to you first before you give to another. Fill your own cup before you fill someone else's cup. So what is it that you need to let go of? Trying to get someone else to love you when it's supposed to be you loving you. That love will come when you love you. And if it doesn't, you won't care, because you know your value and your worth, because you love you. You're not waiting for someone else to show you that they love you. You already love you, and you already know what your worth and value is. And if they don't see it, that's a them problem, not a you problem. And people don't see your value and worth when they don't see their own value and worth. When they struggle to see what kind of value they offer to the world, they're not going to see the value that you offer because they can't even see their own. And that might even be the position you're in, where you can't see the value someone else brings to you because you can't see your own value. So instead of waiting for your masculine to give you that love, begin to give that love to yourself. Begin to take a risk. Begin to get out of this lone survival state and find your own happiness from yourself. Fill your own bucket. Okay? We're going to get one final message from the angel cards. I was going to go with the goddesses, but my eyes fell on the angel cards, and that's what I heard. Angels. So we're going to get one final message from the angels. Oh, I guess I don't want to shuffle. All right. One final message from the angels, please, for lovely pile number 1. As they're learning to let go and be more courageous and show love to themselves and let go of waiting for others. Yes. Yeah. You got clear your vibes and balance. So Angel Metatron and clear your vibes. So this is saying let go wherever you're sitting with these negative emotions, find a way to clear it. Find a way to walk it out. Again, when I'm talking about the things that I'm letting go of, I'm learning that exercise and getting out in nature and drinking enough water and eating healthy are all things that help me work through releasing these addictions that I have. These preoccupations with whether it's medication, whether it's focusing on externally on love from someone else. Clear your vibes. Okay? Whatever that means to you. Whether that's physical exercise, whether that's eating healthier, whether that's meditating, whether it's taking a nap, whatever it is. Find a way to clear it out that makes sense to you so that you can find balance. Okay? So if you want to bring balance into your life, you might be someone who's overgiving. That's something I've been working on. I have had people-pleasing tendencies my whole life due to a not-so-lovely childhood with overbearing parents who wanted a lot of giving to them, and that made it very hard for me to learn to give to myself. I had people-pleasing patterns that I've been working on and healing and moving through, and finding balance of giving love to yourself and giving love to others. You cannot always be giving it externally. It's got to be internal. And you can't just give it internal without external. Though once you're giving it internally, it's easy for it to give external. It spills over because your cup is so full. Your bucket is so full. It spills over, it overflows, and then it's got so much that you can give it to other people because there's just so much of it. There needs to be a balance. It can't always be giving, 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 giving. So pile number 1, what is it that you're learning to let go of? What is it you need to let go of right now? Giving to others when you should be giving to yourself. Balancing the scales when they're too far tipped on one side of overgiving, overloving. Rather, give that to yourself. Let go of your focus on your external, on your partner, on your divine masculine. And though it feels hard, you got this. You can do this. I believe in you. I know you can do this. It seems hard. I absolutely understand. I am in that boat, and I have been in that boat many times. It is possible, and I know you can do it. I believe in you. So if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to hit like and share. If you want to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box. And you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook for constant updates. I do have a podcast available on Spotify and on YouTube as well, and on Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. All that's in the description box. So until next time, keep dropping those things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the sexual arts card, number 33, and the Yin-Yang balance stone, this reading is for you. All right, so let's have a look at this card. So our questions today are, what is it that we're letting go of? And I feel like, well, here, let's look at this first. So we see what looks like lava and volcanoes down here, but air up here. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be dealing with an air sign. This looks like fire and air meeting together. You could be dealing with a partner who is a fire sign or an air sign. You might be yourself, right? So what are we letting go of? It might be over-identifying with sexual energy. It might be being more of a sexual creature rather than moving from your heart. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's put it this way. Giving physical love rather than emotional love. Maybe that makes more sense. Let's dive a little deeper into this. Angels, guides, ancestors of pile number 2. Where do we need to get our messages from? All right, I wasn't expecting that. They said the African Goddess Tarot, or the African Goddess Oracle. All right. So what is it that pile number 2 needs to let go of? They're letting go of something. What are they letting go of with this sexual arts energy? Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, that makes sense. All right. So we got Queen Yaya Asantawa with level up. Okay, card number 39. So you are leveling up. We'll channel from the guidebook a little to get this. And you're giving up shame with long Bubby Susie. You're giving up shame. Maybe it's shame in regards to your sexuality. Maybe that has something to do with it too, as we're leveling up. Maybe something for you, maybe you don't feel comfortable with expressing your sexuality. And so you keep it to yourself. You don't express that. Maybe you grew up in a more conservative home where being a sexual creature was vilified, was made to feel that you were wrong. I know that happened in my home as well. So it might be that you feel a lot of shame around sex and sexual acts and sexual arts. Let's channel from the guidebook. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about these cards. So we're going to start with level up. All right. Raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. It's time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You've prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leap happens little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. And reminding you that divine timing is on my side. Yeah, that makes sense. So it might be, again, as I was saying, it might be that and when it comes in regards to sexual arts, it might be that you're not being choosy enough in your partners. It might be that you're willing to accept love from anyone who's willing to take it from you. It might be that you're willing to accept sexual love in place of emotional love. And you're not being discerning enough. And you see yourself as, if sex is how I get love, then at least it's love. It's better than nothing. At least it's love. But is it? Raise your standards, right? Raise your standards. Divine timing is on your side. Level up and raise your standard. We also have long Bubby Susie. You are beautiful and loved. Every part of you and your journey is beautiful, even the ugliest moments. You have a heart, soul, and breath. That makes you beautiful. You are secretly scared that you are not enough, but shame is lying to you. You are not broken, unlovable, ugly, or unworthy. Shame keeps you small and hiding. Accept yourself now. You are a bright light. Allow yourself to see who you really are. You are doing the very best that you can. You are lovable. You are complete. And you are protected. That's beautiful. So yes, I feel like the original vibe I got off of this was that you are allowing yourself to accept sexual love rather than emotional love. Because somewhere you feel that you are not lovable, that you are not worthy of emotional love. You're willing to accept sexual love in place of emotional love. Because you feel like that's all you have value, that's all you are worthy of. But you are already being told you are worth more than that. You are lovable simply for being you. You are worthy simply for being you. Not because someone else has decided that your body is the most worthy thing about you. That's so not true. Your body is only the physical vessel that you live in. You are what lives inside the physical vessel. You, the consciousness that is you, the personality that is you. You are more than just your physical body. You are more than just what you can physically give to someone. Raise your standard. You are worthy of being loved for who you are, not what you give to others. Let's see what other messages we have. What else does our beautiful collective for pile number 2 need to hear today? All right. My eyes fell on the energy oracle. So let's see. What does our pile number 2 need to hear today? Thank you. You are a healer, and you are healing with Healer of the Ages. You are overthinking with the Thinking Man in reverse. You're overthinking this. Let go. Again, you were told you are protected. Let go. Okay? If you are trying to heal this on your own by thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, you're thinking too hard. Because Source doesn't require you to find the solution, but to let go. And Source will find the solution for you. What is it you need to let go of? We've talked about this. What is this that we're doing today? What is it you need to let go of? You need to let go of feeling like you're only worthy for what you can physically offer and overthinking that. You're healing that, though, with the Healer of the Ages. You're healing that. And that's beautiful, and I'm proud of you. What else does our pile number 2 need to hear? Any other messages? Okay. Yeah, what did I say? Let go and stop trying to do things. You got strategy in reverse. Stop trying to make a plan. Let go and trust in Source. Your heart is blocked right now with the 4th chakra in reverse. So how do we get past this? We're blocked in love because somehow in there we feel like we are not worthy of being loved. So what do we do about that? I brought this up in pile number 1, and I'm going to bring it up for you too. There's a beautiful meditation that I absolutely love, a self-love meditation by Dr. Joe Dispenza that I do every once in a while. And in it, it's designed for women. And in it, it helps you guide through about giving love to yourself when you end up giving it to other people all the time, whether that's your family, your friends, your coworkers, your children, your spouse. You're always giving your love away to others. But who's giving love to you? Who's filling your cup? Who's filling your heart? If you're not doing it, who's doing it? Right? So right now, you're blocked in love because you're trying to give it away through your sexual means. And you're being asked to let go and surrender to Source. Stop trying to find the answer. Stop searching for the answer and let go. When you let go, that's when you give space for Source to come in and give you the answer. That's when you give space for source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, that's when you give space for the divine to give the answer to you. If you're trying to think about it, if you're trying to logic the answer, it's going to be very hard for you, because if you're trying to logic the answer, then the only way to do it is through what you already know. And if you already knew it, you would have done it already, right? If you knew the answer, wouldn't you have done it already? But you don't. And you're being asked to trust in source to find the answer for you. Focus on finding love for yourself before you're giving it to others. See where you're holding shame about being loved. See where you're holding ideas that your sexual energy is the only thing valuable about you. Because I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. You are a beautiful person. And I don't know you, but I know that to be true because Source is already telling me that. You are a beautiful person. And you should be loved for more than just what you can physically offer to someone. Start with you. Start that love from you. And when you love yourself, you will attract a partner who also loves you. Not because of what you can sexually offer them. Not because of what you can offer with your body, but because what you offer as a soul. Okay? Any further messages for our pile number 2 who are working on seeing themselves as a lovable person? Okay, we're looking at the traditional tarot. This is the Light Seer's tarot. I see Devil at the bottom, giving up addictions. You might be addicted to sexual energy. I see the Empress, reminding you that you are the creator and you are a beautiful divine creature. Oh, well, I guess that was a fast answer. All right. 2 of Pentacles upright, 3 of Wands upright, Knight of Cups upright, 5 of Swords upright. All right. So the advice here is finding balance and doing things that make you feel good. 2 of Pentacles is balance, right? Balance between 2 things. If you're always giving away to someone else, who's giving to you? We already said that, right? Giving love to yourself will bring love to you. 3 of Wands. Blazing your own path in something that brings you joy and excitement. Being the one who sets the path first. If maybe you're in a partnership where they don't love themselves either, and you see that the sexual energy is all that you have, be brave enough to find out who you are and what lights you up. Set the path. This card is also shown in many other decks as someone who is, I like to think of it as walking through the jungle with a machete, and you're cutting down the branches, you're cutting down the foliage, you're creating a path for others to follow. And in this one, it's following your passion. See, she's about to go surfing, and she looks pretty excited about it. From like what you can tell here, and because wands are passions and energy, it's forging the path yourself. It's doing it first. Okay? That's what's going to bring you that love offer. Our Knight of Cups here wants to bring love. He's got a communication he wants to share. He's got love he wants to share. He's got his heart he wants to offer, because our cups are emotions. But right now, there's an energy of comparing one person to another. This guy's holding his head. Swords are our thoughts. We've got this guy over here on the mountain who's completed his thing. He's up on the mountain, but it has not come without a price. Look at that blood on the mountain. It hasn't come without a price. This card talks about comparing ourselves to someone else. Comparing our journey to someone else's journey. So I feel like these 4 cards together are saying there needs to be balance between what lights you up and what the other person wants to offer. As long as you are comparing yourself to them, you're not going to get that beautiful love that you're looking for, because you're looking for them to bring it to you. It's not how it works. You are supposed to be forging your own path. You are supposed to be doing what lights you up. There needs to be a balance between what makes you feel good and what makes them feel good. And you can't compare, because your journey is not the same as someone else's journey. Your journey is your journey. That's why it's your journey. It's not theirs. They might be with you for a time on your journey, but it's still your path and your journey to walk, not theirs. You have to do what's right for you in your journey, which means finding love for who you are and letting go of the shame surrounding feeling loved. Whoever told you were unlovable, they need a bop in the nose, as my grandmother used to say. They don't feel love for you. They feel that you are unlovable because someone made them feel unlovable. Hurt people, right? But people who are healed, heal others. Healed people heal people. Inspired people inspire others. Passionate people create passion with others. People who love themselves help others to love themselves, right? So you're being asked to find love for yourself. Let go of feeling like this is all the value that you have, because you are so much more than that. I mean, look at that. We got balance. With these, we got balance, and we got the balance card. 2 of Pentacles, balance. And we got the balance stone, right? It's balancing your love for someone else with your love for yourself. Take them off the pedestal. They don't belong up there. Nobody belongs up there. Everybody's on equal footing. Do what feels right for you. Okay? Any final messages for our beautiful pile number 2? Where are we going to get our messages? Inner Guides Oracle. Okay. So our final messages for our beautiful pile number 2, who are learning to see themselves as more than just a physical creature, who are learning to value themselves. What else do they need to hear? Final messages, please. Thank you. Competition. Yeah, that fits with our 5 of Swords. Let go of competing. Okay. As long as you are trying to compete with someone else, you'll always lose. Because your path, as we said, your path is your path. What Source wants to give you is what Source wants to give you. What Source wants to give them is what Source wants to give them. You're not in competition with anyone. Your path is yours. Move with grace. Okay. Give grace to yourself. Give grace to others. Allow others to be who they are, and allow yourself to be who you are, without needing to be what someone says you are or what society says you are. Because you are so much more than that. So much more than that. Have grace to let go of comparing, competing, shame, right? Trying to figure it all out, overthinking. This is stuff you're healing. Give yourself some space and grace, and understand Rome wasn't built in a day. Your healing won't happen in a day. It's a journey. It's a path. Know that you are worth it. You are absolutely worth it. You are lovable. You are worthy. You are valuable simply for being you. If this reading has resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are looking to get a more personal reading, specific to your energies, your specific situation, you can find the link to book a session with me in the description box. And I can break that down for you and help you work through that a little bit better. If you want a little more guidance on your healing, check out my podcast. That's linked in the description. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I post a lot of good stuff on there. Yeah. You are worthy of love. I hope you see that. I hope you know that. So until next time, my beautiful pal number 2, please, please, please continue letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Until next time, love and light. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pal number 3s. If you chose the selling out card and the Pyrite, this is your reading. So let's start with the selling out card. So we see this person on this card, this beautiful woman who looks like her makeup is smeared. Is that blood? I think that's blood on her shirt. I'm starting to see a theme between our 3 piles. You may have been called a 1 or 2 as well as this one. I feel like this card is talking about your own worth, your own self-worth, selling out your value to someone else. Because again, we have her lipstick looks smeared, right? What causes smeared lipstick? Kissing, maybe being hit. I don't like to really talk too much about abuse, but it's possible. It could be smeared lipstick. It could be from lots of different things. But when we're pairing it with selling out, it feels to me like what we're talking about is selling out your value and worth to someone to give you value and worth. Selling out who you are just for the purpose of receiving love, receiving connection from someone else because you don't feel that you are worthy of what you're asking. So you sell yourself for a lower value. You settle for something worse, for something that is less than what you deserve because you don't feel that you're worthy of what you're asking. So you lower your price. Selling out is lowering your price, right? If you know what your value and worth is, but you let someone pay you less, you're selling out. Okay? Let's see. So what is it you're needing to let go of? So far, it's letting go of letting someone else treat you as lesser than your value, lesser than you are worth. Let's find out some more. Angels, guides, ancestors, and source for our beautiful pal number 3. What do they need to hear today? Oh, haven't used this one. This one is the from Rebecca Campbell. I'm honestly, my brain's having a fart moment. I'm not getting it. I can't remember what they're called, but it's from Rebecca Campbell. So let's see. Our beautiful pal number 3s are looking to see their value and worth and not sell out. What do they need to hear? The age of light. You've been trained for this for lifetimes. Okay. Anything else for our beautiful pal number 3s? No. So we'll take a pause and we'll talk about that then. So the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Combined with selling out, this might also mean that you are accepting less than what you're worth, and it might not just be in a relationship context or things like this. This could be that you are meant for more and you're accepting less. You are meant to be greater than you are and you're accepting less. You've been training for this for lifetimes, right? What are we training for? Thank you. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Boundaries, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Your guidance is divinely guided. Where you need to establish better boundaries. So, all right there, boundaries and selling out seem to work together very strongly in that way. And I just want to bring up pyrite was the stone. Pyrite is fool's gold. It looks like gold, but it's not really gold. So where is it that you're seeing something that looks like it's valuable, but turns out it's not? Is it you? Is it you that has value, but you're not seeing it? You're seeing yourself as fool's gold when you're genuinely gold. You're genuinely valuable. And it might be because you're letting other people tell you what your value and worth is with boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Where do you need to draw a line and say, no, that's too far? Where do you need to protect your energy? Where do you need to hold value for yourself? Where do you need to say, that's too far? That's enough. There's a line, you've crossed it. Wherever it is, it's something that you are not letting your value and your worth be seen. You're letting someone else tell you what your value and your worth is. And it's not cool. Because they don't know what your value is. They see you as fool's gold. But you're not. You're the genuine artifact. You have been training for this for lifetimes. You are the genuine deal. Your guidance is divinely guided from the Akashic records. You are the real deal. But you might not be allowing yourself to be the real deal. You might be accepting someone treating you like fool's gold rather than real gold. Now, when we talk about your guidance is divinely guided. Okay, that's reminding you that source knows your value. The universe, your guides, your ancestors, they know your worth. They know you're not fool's gold. They know that you are the genuine deal. You are the genuine artifact. You are genuinely valuable. They know that. And they're trying to guide you in that direction. So where is it that you are not allowing yourself to be seen for the value that you are? Where is it that you need to set more limits and say, no, I will no longer accept being treated like the fool's gold. I expect to be treated with value. I expect to be treated with decency. Where are you selling out? That's where you need to let go. Let's dig a little more into it. Where are we going to get our answers? Okay. I haven't used this deck in a while. This is the African Tarot. Yeah, the African Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. All right. What does our beautiful pile number 3 need to know? They're learning to see their value and not accept less. What do they need to know? Oh, yeah. 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 Okay. That's where they want to start. All right. So, the Goddess of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Where are you not seeing your value? That you are valuable. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are the Goddess of Pentacles. Look at her. I mean, she is stunning. Look at her dress, right? There's the tree. There's a rabbit. It looks like, that's what it looks like to me, as a rabbit, which is prosperity and abundance. We've got bees. Are those bees? No, butterflies. Transformation, rebirth. We've got grapes, abundance. Look at that. These beautiful roses, these beautiful grapes. Like, look at this. You are abundant. You have a lot of value. And look at sources showing you more. You're being handed, not only do we have this beautiful, thriving wheat, which is just abundance, but look at source from the hand from the clouds source goddess, if you're Wiccan, the goddess is handing you a pentacle, a big pentacle. Pentacles are blessings in the material world, and they are value. And what did we just say? You're letting someone else determine your value, treating you like fool's gold when you're the genuine article. And this is the same thing. You are genuinely abundant. You are genuinely valuable. So where are you letting people treat you like you're not? Where are you letting other people treat you like you don't have that value? Because you absolutely do. Let's get one more card to fill in the spot. One more card, please, for our pile number 3. One more card. Thank you. With the 6 of Wands, success. Okay? She's holding that wand. Right? And there's these other wands here. The 6 of Wands is traditionally success, which fits exactly with these other two. The Goddess of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and success, 6 of Wands. You are just amazing. Not only are you the beautiful Queen of Pentacles with all this beautiful abundance, you have a lot to offer to others. And you are successful. With the 6 of Wands, you are successful. And yet, you're letting people treat you like you're not. Why? I want to know more about this. Why? Osho Zen deck. Why are we letting people treat us as less than valuable? What's going on here? Why are we letting people treat us like we don't have the same value? Because we're compromising. We're not getting equal give and take, and we're accepting less. Why? Why are we accepting less? Why are we accepting less than we deserve? Thank you. Because we're letting ourselves listen to the voices outside of us rather than seeing who we are. 4 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Cups is traditionally a card of apathy. But in this particular card, what shows is all of these voices, all these faces you see here, right? These are the voices of others, chatting at us. And you see this person going inward and connecting with their inner self to know their value. Came up in reverse though, which means we're listening to all these people telling us what our worth and value is and believing it to be true, rather than knowing for ourselves that we are genuinely who we are. Okay? So you're compromising. You're letting other people tell you what your value is. And because you're not connecting to your own intuition, to your own inner knowing, you're believing it because they said so. Because all these voices outside of you are telling you where your value and worth is. They're telling you, nah, you're not real gold. You're fake gold. You're a costume jewelry. You're at best costume jewelry. You're not the real diamond necklace. You're just, cubic zirconias set in cheap metal brackets instead of the beautiful diamond set in gold that you genuinely are. You're letting these people tell you who you are because you're not checking in with yourself. And our last card we got there is the Master, which is unique to this specific deck, this Osho Zen deck. And this card talks about being the master of your own emotions. This card talks about when you know what your value and worth is, no one can take that from you. When you are in control of your own emotions, when you are in control of your own emotional states, no one can mess with you. Someone might come in with a bad attitude, But if you know how to control your own emotions, that won't even touch you. Won't even touch you. Roll off you like water. Oh, that just brought in a memory that I wanted to share with you. Okay, many, 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 many years ago, in almost a different lifetime, even though it was this lifetime, I was having a lot of issues with vertigo. And my doctor was doing a lot of testing to try to figure out what was going on. We did neurological testing. He thought it might have been Meniere's disease. I was being sent to different specialists to figure out why I was having these constant dizzy spells that were setting me off kilter. And after spending a lot of time with doctors, trying different medications, nothing helped. I was talking to some friends and someone said, well, have you ever considered that it might be stress that's causing this? And I said, well, it can't be stress. I mean, this is a serious thing. They're sending me to neurologists and everything. It's pretty deep. And they said, yeah, I hear that. But why don't you try this? Imagine that there is a bubble around you. Just like a big soap bubble around you. And anyone who wants to give you negativity gets repelled by the bubble. But like sunlight gets through glass, sunlight is like the good stuff. When people are giving you the good stuff. And it gets through the bubble, and it just like in a car with the windows up, the sunlight gets in and heats up the inside of the car but can't escape and creates heat inside the vehicle. And then the inside of the car gets hot. Same type of thing. When the energies of beauty and love and all that good stuff come in through the bubble, it stays inside the bubble. But the bubble also keeps things out. If you see things like negativity, like smoke or things like that, it's repelled by the outside of the bubble. So you are being asked to have a bubble. And I mean, it falls over boundaries, right? Have a bubble that surrounds you, and any of that negativity rolls off the outside. Can't get in. It only gets in if you let it in. And if you are listening to those voices, you're letting them in. So instead, be the master of your own emotions. Don't let other people throw you off. When you know who you are and what your value and worth is, don't let someone else who doesn't know your value and worth try to tell you who you are. They don't know your value and worth. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you came here for. They don't know what history that you've been training for your whole life. They don't know that you're being divinely guided by Source. They don't see the big pentacle you offer. They don't see the queen status that you hold. They don't know that about you. And even if you told them, they can't see that because they don't see the value in themselves. So how are they going to see the value in you? Be the master of your own emotions. And because it comes with Six of Wands, I feel like these three together, where do you need to set boundaries? When you are the master of your own emotions and your own thoughts, that will create victory for you. Okay? Final message for our beautiful pile number 3, please. Oh, that's our message. I don't believe in coincidences, and this was the bottom card. So I'm going to take it. Move your body. Yes. So when we sit and don't move a lot, when we are stagnant, so is energy. Let's take it from a anatomy standpoint, okay? I was a massage therapist, properly trained, licensed massage therapist for 13 years, and I studied anatomy and physiology and neurology and pathology and all the ology sciences, right? And what we learn about in, let's say, varicose veins happen in legs because the muscles, the veins themselves, become overstretched, and then blood pools in it. And the muscles around are not squeezing enough to push the blood through. So it pools and then creates a thing where it just lags, right? And we fix that by moving our body, moving our limbs. When we move our legs, the contraction of the muscle pushes the blood through the vein and helps it go up towards the heart. When we are sedentary for too long, it doesn't allow things to move. So it might be that you are spending a lot of time sedentary, spending a lot of time seated. Maybe you work a desk job And when you go home, you sit down on the couch and you don't move. By moving your body, you move the energy as well. Not just blood, not just lymph, not just the things inside your body from the biological standpoint, but energy. You move the energy in your body. So in this space where you feel like you don't have value, move your body. It will help elevate your mood. It will help move the energy around. It will help you feel more connected to yourself and to source and to the rest of the world. And that will help you see more of who you are and what value you offer. As long as you are staying sedentary, you're not going to see it because you haven't changed anything. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. If you want to get something new, you have to do something. You have to move. You have to do things. So you're being asked to move your body, whether that's taking walks. I'm a big fan of taking walks. Each morning I tend to take a walk in my neighborhood or local parks, and I take a walk. You could ride a bike, go to the gym. You can, there's lots of different things you can do. It doesn't like go swimming, do yoga, pick up martial arts. I mean, you don't even have to go to a gym for these things. We are in a beautiful time of technology where you can look these things up on YouTube and do them from home. I've been doing YouTube workouts for like 20 years. Well, not YouTube workouts, but there's a yoga program that I love on YouTube that used to be on satellite television many years ago. And someone loaded all the seasons or 5 seasons worth of it onto YouTube. And it's called Inhale Yoga. Even before the pandemic started, I'm a big proponent of doing your yoga workouts at home because I would pay for a gym membership and then I never went. I know I'm not the only person. In the beginning, I had high hopes. I'd pay the $60 a month for my gym membership. And then more often than not, I just ended up paying the gym money while I didn't make time to go or felt too tired or whatever. You don't have to go to a gym. Okay. You can get a yoga mat from the dollar store. Dollar Tree, Dollarama, all those things, they sell yoga mats. Get yourself a yoga mat and then pull up a video on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now, so I know you can. Find a workout, a HIIT workout. I used to do this during pandemic. My kid was stuck at home. I had nothing to do. I found Cosmic Kids Yoga. I found HIIT workouts for kids that were like Star Wars inspired and Marvel Heroes inspired. And you can find all of these beautiful things on YouTube that don't cost you anything, that you can do from home. Move your body, okay? Move the energy. Help yourself move past it so you can see the value and worth that you bring, and you're not listening to these people who are telling you that you are fool's gold, that you are that you lack value. You will see the value that you carry. So what is it that you need to let go? Pile number 3. You need to let go of other people telling you that you're not worthy, that you're not lovable, that you lack value, because that's not true. And as long as you believe that, that's what you're going to get. And you're going to sell out. So instead, see that you are not the fool's gold. You're the real deal. You're the Pentacles, baby. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You are abundant. You are filled with all kinds of value. Stop letting people tell you that you lack it. They're full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. They're doing it to keep you small. But you are not small, baby. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are the gold. Okay? So if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to hit thumbs up for me. If you are interested in finding out more about your specific situations, you can book a personal reading from me. That information is in the description box. If you are looking for more inspiration, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, where I post lots of information to inspire you upon your healing path. And if you're looking for guidance, you can follow me on my podcast as well. I talk about lots of these things that come along in the healing journey, in my own healing journey, and the things I've learned to help you find love for yourself. Okay? And until next time, keep letting go of those things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Until next time.